Awesome.
𝙼𝙾𝚂𝚃.
Yeah.
The girl 𝙼𝙾𝚂𝚃 is officially, of course, she's starting a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we should watch the promo because I don't think she's not signed to any company or anything right now. So we're still in that window to where I think we can get away with this. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think a Happy Dad sponsorship is coming by episode 6.
Oh, yeah. Either that or
I take that back.
Or
episode 4.
Either that or a Miller Lite.
Or Prime.
Or they gonna drop that
Prime.
new
Prime.
is
Or
the
Prime.
one. Yeah.
So okay, where I'm going. Number one. I'm going. You can go full screen with this actually, but number one, I'm going. Happy Dad will be the first.
But I think they might try to launch a new product with her.
Number 2,
like introduce.
And it's crazy
I don't
because
think she got enough clout
the
for that.
stepsis. That shit would go crazy.
Ooh, that'll go.
That shit would go stupid. That's what I'm saying.
Or just like the hot. They gotta use the Tuah thing, the two thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yo,
but something.
if they push Happy Mom with this, that would be crazy.
That would
be a bad precedent. Your mom was hot tour, nigga.
She has to promote it. I was about to say, what if she's pregnant also while she's doing it? But she can't be pregnant because this is alcohol.
Yo, the week when she went on 𝙿𝙾𝚂𝚃, you specifically was like, nigga, I would never watch a podcast. That shit would be ass. I couldn't even see
I'm
it.
sure it would be ass, but the name of this podcast, I thought it was. I didn't see it coming, which is fucked up. But I was like, that was good because I feel like we low key were guessing podcast names. And
it might have been like a small bit that we didn't really like. You know
but I was like, how did we not stumble on this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Because we didn't really care.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. But let's watch this.
We had to take a week off to start caring.
Oh wait, real quick. Happy Dad, Prime, Celsius. Okay, within 4 weeks, one of them.
No tampon curse.
Nah.
Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby. I'm Haley Welch. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now it's my time to talk. Check out my podcast every week, Talk Tuah, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests and having actual conversations with them.
Talk Tuah.
And I like how she said like actual conversation so people can take her serious. But that's gonna be a long time. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna have to show she's gonna have to show she could do algebra.
She's not
for
even
niggas take her
right
serious.
Now. She advertising a podcast. She riding a jet ski.
I think she can go really far. I ain't gonna lie. I really think she can go really far because you know what? Because she's so not famous. Bro, this is really a regular country white girl. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you. The word is relatable.
Relatable. So
she's very relatable. So it's like,
and she hasn't got that millions of dollars of stink on her yet. Or
she's doing what she's supposed to do.
She's doing what she's supposed to do in terms of that. And
you know what's funny? This is what people felt like Bobby Aloff's career was like.
Althoff,
or should have been.
I refuse to learn her name correctly.
Althoff.
I refuse. You didn't hear that?
I got you.
I refuse. Bobby Adolf.
This is how it should have been, kind of.
But this is how it felt like, because she came out of nowhere, so we was like, who is this white girl that just started getting deals?
but she has to be good though for this to work. She can't just Tuah. Talk to her. She has to be good.
Does
she
she?
can't.
I don't know. She doesn't.
I think she has to be good, bro.
She didn't even have to
if
be
she doesn't,
good.
if she's not good, it's a flash in the pan like everything else, bro.
I'm saying she's proven. She's done like 25 podcasts, and I've probably seen like 4 of them. At least like clips, not the full thing, but like several clips. I'm like, bro, she can hold a conversation. She's
Yeah,
like,
but can she host one?
yeah, and that's the
different.
thing. But
That's
I
true.
will say
Yeah,
to
that's
your
different.
point.
But-
I will say if
Yeah, I guess so.
you can survive,
Yeah, that's true.
like 20 media runs, you definitely have the voice and the
She went
audience.
to a lot of places,
but
though.
also
But these people
like
also-
she still has to
even
be.
on the Bill Maher. Sorry.
No, what?
Even on the Bill Maher shit, he sucked. It wasn't really guiding it, and she was kind of pushing conversation too.
She was
didn't
not.
suck. He was a
no.
little creepy. It's
okay.
different.
He was creepy.
He did his job and carried the conversation, but
creepy.
he was just a little creepy.
Yeah, it was
That's
creepy.
what-
That's all it was.
And white women have no North Star.
Hold on.
Nothing to guide off.
Nothing. White dudes, they got Joe Rogan.
They got Call Her
Well,
Daddy.
I wouldn't say that's
Nah,
true.
well, I don't feel like
What are you talking about?
Alex
I don't
Christmas?
feel like
Yeah.
she connects enough to the
Clearly she
every
does.
woman.
I was about. You gotta
To
understand,
the
right?
every
Like,
woman, like I feel like she. Go ahead.
I was about to say, yeah. Somebody let me talk. What the fuck is going on, nigga? I'm gonna have to piece the shit out of one of you niggas. But
the problem is you keep
so
talking
basically,
in the middle of
yeah,
that.
probably. But to what you were saying, like, nigga, Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
like, there's there's a certain echelon of white woman that can connect to Taylor Swift, which is a lot,
Right.
but mainly like just
It's
white,
all of them.
yeah, white
No,
liking
it-
society.
it's
You're saying
majority-
white
I would
hoes
say
don't
it's
But
have.
majority
for
of
the
them.
bottom barrel,
Like white hoes.
white hoes,
Yeah.
you need a regular degular bitch.
Right.
Sorry, woman.
Yeah.
She's responsible now. She's a lady now. But you need a regular degular woman
Yeah.
that can, usher in some knowledge, usher in some perspective. Because
Alex-
not everybody can connect to call her daddy.
Yeah, her name's Alex Cooper, right? That's her name. Alex Cooper is like, she's what white women think that they are in high school, and then they kind of grow out of and realize the world doesn't treat them like that. Like, she's like, you got to think, she looks crazy.
There's more.
She don't look that good, but to white dude, she's very attractive. When you look-
I see what
so
you're
you know,
saying.
what I mean? She's like the prissy, like the girl that got everything she had and wanted because
There's
she was
no-
just hot. Like Hulk Tuah is the regular white woman.
Very regular. Yeah.
Is
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
average, and we don't ever hear them speak unless they're complaining.
And that's another thing. Like,
Ever hear who speak? The regular
average white woman.
The average white
we
woman.
see like the terrorism ones, like
Yeah,
the wreak havoc on shit. But we don't see this
the
version.
liberal white woman.
You know what I mean? Like
She
the
does
ones
have
that-
the country thing on her side, so she like already kind of like baked into a niche almost.
Exactly. Yeah.
So she has that on her
Exactly.
side.
That's a lot of people's.
That's a
little
lot of
sister
people's. Yeah,
or
exactly.
cousin.
Yeah.
and she's
So
for the people.
she can almost have like a Trump effect.
She has a great middle of America appeal.
That's what I'm saying.
She
Yeah.
looks like she'll
like a
bait
Trump
a
effect.
fish hook with her mouth. Like she'll
Off
just
the
bite the
rip.
worm
Yeah.
and put that shit in there.
She's going. She loves mudding.
Yeah.
Like all that
Yeah.
shit. Like
All that shit that
Yeah.
you do back
I
then.
wouldn't be surprised if like Kamala fuck around and be like, "Yo, let's throw her a little something." You know what I mean? Promote
yeah.
my name and
'Cause
shit.
that'll lock in whatever her
She-
age demographic is. Middle of America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody who want to support black women.
I think Haley gonna be big.
I want to see what happens.
She's gonna be as big as the world allows.
because I was watching other
'Cause
things.
she's
I think,
literally
I think
just
she's.
opening
I think
up
she's
for
really
it.
likable too.
She's likable.
Really likable.
I feel
Which is always what always helps.
I think, and also, I mean, it really all depends, right? Because at the same time, this is a country girl,
yeah.
but we don't know like who she's surrounded by, like who's really telling her, like, look, like you could really be something. You know what I mean?
whoever her manager is seems to be. I mean, nigga, she's on the best of the best podcasts. She don't be doing no Slack podcast. Has she done Theo Von yet?
'Cause I wonder, like-
that's
Don't
loading
know.
if she hasn't already. But yeah, just search Theo Von and
He probably
talk
just
to
waiting
her.
so it doesn't seem like hack, but that's happening.
But it
that's
also,
happening. Yeah,
eventually,
like
yeah.
she's everywhere.
but she also, I feel like, I mean, damn, I just said a lot.
yet.
But she has to grow out of like the country, like
grow out of it?
essence. Like, what was I thinking?
Nah,
That's her though.
but it's her. And look at what like even a dude like Joe Rogan, he's not the most like obviously country guy. But when you talk, when you think about
like Mountain Manish.
he's not the most like visually like yo. He's obviously a country.
That's a
dude.
fact. Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's
yeah.
into hunting deer.
Yeah,
and
he's
eating
into a lot of
game
man
meats,
shit,
Into
yeah.
like doing shit like that, and it works.
But he has a broad
Him
range.
and his kind of country appeal, it works to the average man because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's just man shit.
Yeah,
And it don't take nothing to be country, nigga. Like, get a rifle, make sure it's bolt action.
You just can't be.
Like, make your own beef jerky.
pass down, have a shotgun that was passed down.
Learn how to make moonshine,
Yeah.
and then you're there.
Well,
Like,
learn,
it don't.
learn how to make moonshine
especially-
is elite country though. That's not bottom of the barrel. That's elite.
That's poor.
knowing where to buy it.
Yeah.
Knowing where to buy it.
Knowing where to buy it.
That's
I'll give
dope.
you that. I'll give
But
you that.
especially if
'Cause
you're-
I have a moonshine plug.
if
I
you're
got at least
white-
one person I can call.
We all do. All real country
He's
niggas.
white, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no, he's black actually.
Black.
Interesting.
The real
But
ones.
deep,
is black.
but sticks country nigga.
Yeah. But
But speaking of when you had somebody brought up Bobby Altoff, whatever.
You're not smart enough to do that.
The thing that is funny as fuck about Bobby Altoff is that I realized this is some Twitter shit. I realized, how do I say this without sounding crazy? How do I say this without giving y'all crazy ammo to continue the jokes that you already give me?
Sometimes you have to just be honest.
Okay.
And just,
Okay.
you have to be honest and
yeah.
where the chips
You
lay is
preparing
where
for
they
something
lay.
that never even
That's
happened
fine.
yet.
That's fine. Okay.
I'm excited now though because I wasn't expecting this. Keep
This is the
going.
thing with Bobby Altoff that like drives me crazy. I think it's
titties.
it's fantastic. People are trying to figure out where her titties went because they seem to be flattened out recently. But she got a divorce from her husband. All this happened within a year, y'all. She started a podcast. She fucking exploded. her podcast was already like this weird Funny Marco thing. Her and Funny Marco were beefing where they were best friends and then they weren't best friends throughout this one year.
Right.
She gets a divorce from her husband.
Worst thing she could ever do.
Dead ass. Because now we're watching her go on experiencing black people and black men tour.
Yeah.
So it's like now we see her, there's football players carrying her out of the club drunk. She's in VIP popping bottles with Ari the Don or whatever like that, right?
Yeah.
And because black people are seeing this white girl in all these different places, I'm now starting to see these things like, the tweet will say, I'm not gonna lie, Bobby Altoff is like, she kind of fire. And I'm like, these are niggas who have never fucked with white bitches before. Like, that's all I was thinking. Cause I'm like,
cause she's a mid-grade white
this
woman.
This is regular white bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the fact that I've come on, bro. Like,
and if we're being honest, like
I've dabbled. You know what I'm saying?
You've slain the most abominable snowman.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So now that I'm watching this narrative, I'm like, it's so.
Snowman.
I just think it's crazy. Just the shit that like feeds like this nigga algorithm. I need to find a white bitch to just throw in the mix now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just throw a white bitch in the mix, and then all of a sudden, niggas are now she's kind of fire. Now she is. This is kind of when.
What
she
you're
looks
saying
the same.
is really a deeper issue. We're still hurting from slavery, honestly. But I mean, that's what really happens, though. It don't take much.
It's crazy. It's crazy how little it takes.
It's a white girl.
I think
it's a white girl who fuck with black dudes now.
It's that, and we're
it.
just
Like,
seeing
once
her.
black people,
And we're seeing her in
once
a
she's
natural
available
state.
now, like I'm saying.
We're seeing her in a state to where it's like it's club lighting. It's like she's in places that we would be. It's a different filter on her now.
The fact that it feels accessible now.
Because it's within reach, exactly.
And we must all remember that we're talking about like intercourse. We're not talking about anything other than
like
that.
a wife. Well, no, she's
like love.
No, niggas want to put a ring on that and another baby in her because she's popping and rich. So Bobby Altoff. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
Niggas want to impregnate. Mark that. I already told the story on LOY. I'm walking downtown. Nigga, I see a pregnant stud.
Oh, yeah.
A pregnant stud. She's sagging. She like, nigga, you crazy. With a bottle in her hand.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
Like, real.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You sure she was pregnant?
She was pregnant. I looked at her. It was one of those things where like I looked at her so much to where it's like, why the fuck is this nigga looking at me from across the street?
Right,
like she felt the vibe.
Okay,
but I was just confused.
But yeah, man, it's just the Bobby Altoff thing. I stand behind Haley. I don't stand behind Bobby Altoff.
You chose your white woman.
I've chose my white woman, and my white woman is
has
hot
smaller
too.
breasts.
That's fine. My white woman is real to herself. And she's also not going through a BBC crisis.
Now, what does your white woman do?
She doesn't exist. She doesn't exist.
One day it happens to everybody, apparently.
One day it happens to everybody? Like, you just get stuck?
You just all of a sudden a white bitch is sitting in your lap.
I know it's happened, but it's just like I've respected my ancestors.
Gotcha.
Mr. Respectable.
Be gone.
Fuck you, nigga.
Be gone, white women.
Nah, man. 𝙾𝚃 is crazy, man. Like, y'all
I can't get over that shit.
Go
ahead. My bitch is French. But nah, for real though, like it's crazy. When she was talking to Bill Maher, y'all was hating so bad, and I was telling y'all, like, she could be something, but I think she could be bigger and better. But I do want to see how how ass or good this podcast is.
It's not easy to podcast.
And I'm not even. I don't even have no hopes. But I just want to see like who she really is, because it's hard to get a good glimpse of a person during like an interview style drop in, especially when it's only about like specific things. Like
the thing that I'm skeptical is like she's a meme, right? She's a meme, and that short thing that gets you popping doesn't show me enough yet to know if you really are just a breakout superstar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just breakout superstars because of their personality, but I couldn't get it off of just that one thing.
I don't like how white women, I don't like how easy it is for white women to pivot. Like, Sexy Red can't just not twerk tomorrow. You know what I mean? But like, she gets to night, not talk about any types of dicks or any type of sexual acts, even though that's how she got her claim to fame.
I mean, she's using
The
what
standards are
she's
different.
using the Tuah thing, which was kind of like what started it.
Yeah. That
Is she
always-
really
She
though?
didn't go. She
Yeah, here
didn't
we go.
commit as hard as Sexy Red did. Sexy Red has like a lipstick line with
Yeah, the
the
names.
most disgusting names that are on brand with her. Like
Yeah.
she's really doubling down. She's
Yeah.
too far gone is her problem. Hawk
But,
2
but
is
Hawk 2 is gonna double down in the brand too.
That's not
You think
really.
she
We
gonna
haven't
give-
seen that though.
That's what she's doing now.
When Bill Maher asked her a simple question, I think you should have a sex podcast, she would start blushing. Does that
Yeah.
seem like the type of woman that
Well,
could
she's
have
trying
these
to-
type of conversations?
I guess she's using it to build something else. In a way.
That's what I mean.
a
Like
year-
white women get to pivot like this, but I still know you as the Hawk Tuah.
But she's not pivoting. A year and a half from now, when this all fails,
That's what I'm saying. It might be
and
flash
she's
in the
trying to
pan.
recollect herself, and like she's back in the headlines for having an OnlyFans now. We're gonna be sitting on these same couches, these same chairs. We're gonna be talking about the same person.
If she could get, I don't know if she's doing this in seasons.
Oh, she's gonna be so good.
Or how
Listen to
she's gonna
this. Listen to
market.
this. Listen to this. She's gonna do so fine. All right. Hawk Tuah's manager is a person named Joni Forrester. JONNIEFORESTER. Okay. Joni Forrester is a prominent music executive, producer, and entrepreneur. He began his career in the music industry with A&M/Tough Breakout Records, later joining Capitol Records, where he worked on marketing campaigns for legendary artists like the Beatles and Frank Sinatra. Forrester gained recognition for producing George Clinton's greatest funk hits and organizing one of the first online concerts with Clinton, which marked a milestone in music history. He later transitioned into music. He was in management for video game industry, working with major companies such as EA Sports and Sony PlayStation. Forrester eventually founded the Penthouse, a creative hub in Los Angeles that manages artists, social media influencers, and Grammy-winning producers. His company focuses on artist management and content creation across multiple media platforms. She signed to.
So
She has good-
she's
she
in
has
good
good
hands.
help.
She's
Yeah,
a great.
good-
So basically,
A
Good
ch-
hands team.
but a chef is only as good as the dough that he has.
This is a great dough right here.
You think
they're
she's
doing
great,
great?
though?
I think they're
I feel
doing
like-
great right now.
Yeah, a
They're
chef
doing
can-
great right now, but I feel like there's gonna be a point in time where he's
The
trying
first-
to get her a booking, and he's like,
Nigga, the
"Bitch,
first 20
you do
episodes
impressions or
of
something
Talk
at
to
least?"
the first 20 episodes of Talk to Her are gonna have high profile. Maybe
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
Theo Vaughn didn't happen yet because that's interview one type
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like those first 20 are gonna be.
might fuck around and see The Rock.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Shit
Yeah.
like that, like dumb shit like that.
Kevin Hart
Especially-
for
and
sure.
you know what? Especially
this
at the
sounds like a
beginning.
Kevin Hart
Exactly.
Especially
In
at the beginning. Especially at the
those
beginning.
first, them
Yeah.
first.
While the
How
cloud,
do you
while the
top-
cloud
because
is hot.
everybody has, like, all celebrities who are high profile, like the Kevin Hart's, The Rocks, they would want to get her on the first
Yes.
season because they don't know what's
Shaq.
going to happen
Yeah, they
on the
want-
second season.
Yeah.
They're gonna ruin her. You can't top having Shaq on your 5th episode.
Yes, you can.
What
Yeah,
are you
you
doing
can.
on episode 50?
Nick Canyon.
What are you doing on episode 150?
It might not. But you're just
Cat Williams.
we're just squeezing this lemon dry right now.
Right.
Like
But that's what. So you're just saying you're just trying to get as much out of this moment
over as
possible
long as possible
right now.
Or over as long
They're
as
trying
possible.
to. They're definitely trying to like stretch her out,
build
scale
her
her.
profile really.
You know what I mean?
And they still might be trying to figure out what are we going to
And
say is her skill.
the best.
They might be trying to figure that out or training her in what her skill will be.
The best medium
Which
to
is-
market yourself is a podcast.
It's the best, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
that's the best medium to market yourself now.
And what you just said could be potentially one of the most like fucked up things about this, to where it's like, what you said he was messing with the Beatles. Like, what was one of the legendary groups?
George Clinton, Frank Sinatra. This is kind of crazy. That's why that part is a little confusing.
Frank Sinatra. How old is this nigga?
The difference between Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
the Beatles, and then Sony and PlayStation is crazy. So
And why is he?
I don't know.
You
How
don't
tapped in
go.
yesterday?
go to
Penthouse?
Johnny Foster.
Do you
Penthouse,
go
yeah.
from the Beatles
See what he
to
looks
the
like.
Hawk Tuah girl?
Oh no way he was around with Frank Sinatra. This
No.
nigga was 14. All right, let's see.
This is the same thing you were reading, right? Kind of.
Oh, this is what I was reading.
Yeah.
This is evil.
Maybe he drinks
He might
baby
have that,
blood
he
or
might have that
something.
elixir, man.
The more I think about it, this is evil. I
Look
think
at-
he might have
me see
actually
what he look
convinced this girl that she has a talent that can be shared
I know
with
what
the
you
world when he's just trying to pimp this quick moment out real
because
quick.
another thing, like
This nigga's
within
probably
the entertainment industry,
475.
there's like been so called by many people like predators for all intents and purposes.
Oh,
Like people
and all-
who have made
yeah, for
millions
sure.
of dollars off of just scamming niggas.
Just scamming.
And like it
Not even
just
touching
keeps
them.
working.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this could be a possibility, but
This is exactly
I
what's
also I don't think white women it's white women, bruh. Like they be getting lucky with shit like this.
They
Oh,
do get
for
lucky.
sure.
They be getting lucky
can
with
definitely
shit
get
like
blessed
this.
They get
that,
lucky,
yeah.
but they get used too. They're just a little bit more complacent when it happens.
They'll be quiet
because
about
it's a
it.
white dude. But the thing is, yeah, I think he truly convinced her. Because even what you just said, when we figure out what her skill is,
Yeah.
why does she have an agent with no skill?
Because she's
there's a moment. There's a
because she's
moment.
viral.
You develop, but
don't
that's what
matter,
I'm.
no.
And that's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
this is evil. He's just trying to. He's just jumping in real
it's not
quick.
evil.
It's not
while
even
the
evil. That's
water's
just
warm.
that's where we're
He's
at.
gonna ring her out when he's done and just throw that bitch back to Tennessee, and she's gonna be like,
but
"What just happened
that's
to me?"
where we're at with everything.
That doesn't just. But
With
with that being true, I'm saying
With
that
everything, yeah,
damn.
like with everything, yeah.
that's
Like,
She just has to be good
Your
for it to
your
last.
ability to generate clicks on the internet is
he's
gonna
saying
pique a certain
the
amount of people's
intent
interest.
from him being her caretaker or
Even
manager. It's coming from a malicious place.
It's coming
It's
from-
not coming from a place of like actual virtue and wanting the person to develop a career. Like
It's like an
if you
easy
hear,
person.
like
She's
if you
a
hear
celebrity.
Marlon Wayans talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how his brother Keenan used to actually create stars. Like he
Right,
was
right,
a
right,
star
right.
creator.
Yeah.
This could be different.
It could just be
he's a
malicious.
star. This could
That's
be
what he's
like
saying.
one of them situations where you're just trying to deplete whatever glimpse of light that you have in a person, and then you just move on.
Especially when you know they don't know better.
People
But
do
Think
that.
about this, dog.
We just
he
don't know.
was
I
fucking
guess.
with the Beatles and who? John Travolta, one of them niggas, Frank Sinatra, one of a legendary white guy, and now
Nicolas
he's
Cage.
managing Hulk Tuah.
But that is the thing.
You get what I'm saying?
You gotta pivot.
It's like
You
record
do have to
executives.
pivot, and I'm not saying that like anything is innately wrong with that, but when you look at the optics, like this
He's too
talentless-
powerful to be linking up with her.
You know, for like
It's
a,
like-
a reason
He might-
that
but he's
isn't
great at what he
obvious,
does.
like other than that she has attention, because there's nothing holding her to an audience.
I
There's
think
no room that we could put her in and be like, hey, do your
I think
thing.
you're- I think
but
it's
also
too
I
te-
think
you're
you're
thinking
I
about
think
too much
you-
ethics with this.
I think you're connecting. That's weird.
That's
But-
a crazy thing
yeah,
to say.
but
that's true. He's running a
I
business.
defend you.
I don't
This is-
even
this is
think
the-
Tony's
this is-
worried about ethics. I think
It's not
you're
yet.
you're too focused on the talent that she may or may not have, which matters, but it doesn't because people want to see her.
I just feel like I see a person about to get like chewed up by an industry that just
Yeah,
wanted to
you
like.
think it's like a
pimp
record
out.
exec
That's the
and
ethic-
the, and
that's
the
the ethics part.
and the hood rapper. You know what I'm
But
saying?
also business though too. So two managers, one could get you to with this Hawk 2 fame, we can squeeze $1 million out of America. But then the other one is like $1 million, nigga. We can get 25 over the next 5 years. 25 M's over the next 5 years. It's just his skill as a person. Because of his skill of who he is and the type of businesses and the connection he has, you can put that case on everybody, even the people he believes in, just because of his resume. Like once I get to a certain point where like, nigga, my fucking portfolio, my catalog, my resume is through the roof, nigga. It's like anybody I touch will become gold. It doesn't even matter. Like I have the money to do it. I can see it even when it's not there, or I can put it there, or maybe I can just do a quick 5 million or 10 million and we would just be done with you.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that business isn't going to be business and that people aren't going to do what they're doing. The conversation is about like, what do we think is going to happen to this white girl?
They should be
Y'all
just
are saying
fine.
that she's going to be big stars. All I'm saying is I think
didn't say that.
she's going to be. Well, I mean, these two niggas.
I got you.
I said she'll be okay.
And I think that she's going to be back at some random lake at Tennessee.
Like
Like,
flash in the
what the
pan.
fuck happened to me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't
Like,
think
why
that.
did they convince me of like?
But that's the thing. I
Only
don't think.
if she gets on drugs will that happen.
And I don't even
which
think.
will eventually happen because you're dealing with this industry that it already has enough stress and pressure.
First of all-
and you just got convinced that you was talented.
There are sober niggas in the so-called industry. Probably not a lot, but there are some. But I don't even think who's ever managing her would allow her to just become a nobody.
Right.
Like in
exactly.
terms, like because
Why?
she has enough eyes
Because
for
we,
her to
we have
be.
25 million in vision for you.
But she has enough eyes on her for her to be controllable. You know what I mean?
But
and
yeah.
like being controllable is an asset to some.
But y'all are
Especially
talking
if
too
you're
much.
popular.
Y'all talking too much like she's not a part of the equation. Like she has to be good, y'all. She has to be able to like do the shit.
Yeah, she has to
She
be
has to,
good.
what, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
I think
Not really, Lauren. Not really, Lauren.
I think that money
That's not true,
hungry. I
Lauren.
think the money hungry managers.
That's not true at all.
And
how
like,
long does it last if she doesn't know how to do this?
Lauren,
She keeps
that's-
going viral. It'll keep happening.
Lauren, that's literally not true. It has nothing to do with good because there's people that are terrible that
they are popping.
famous. Like
Yeah.
in every, we can name a nigga in every industry that shouldn't be there.
Just say Sexy Red.
But
Good,
Sexy Red,
good
Amy
at
Schumer,
something. Good at something. This,
fucking nigga.
she might not have to be great at podcasts. She has to be good at something.
I'm
to
saying
be a
she
thing
doesn't
there.
have to be good at
She
anything. The fact that people want
If
to
I
see
know,
her.
if I know how to work it, and you get the clicks, I don't give a fuck if you're bad at everything.
I remember I watched.
There's a
I
good
remember
thing that
I
she's
watched.
doing to be the clicks though, because even Sexy Red is doing something right. She's doing
She's
something
like
good.
all we have to do is like you.
I remember I watched.
more
That's
than
it.
that.
That's it.
It's more than that.
It's not more than that.
It's more than that because we're not gonna like you for long. We're fickle.
Yes, it's fickle.
There's
That's what I'm trying to
always
say.
a
People
new
are
thing.
fickle.
There's
Yes.
always a new something.
You have to do
There's
something to hold the
always,
attention.
There's always ebbs and flows, but if we just like you, we like you.
But
And
what are
once
you doing
she
to hold the
figures
attention,
out,
though?
and once she
Being
figures
likable,
out,
being you.
and once she figures out her
Bro,
formula,
none of these niggas.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
once she figures out her formula, I'm about to say we've been talking. God damn, this fucking dog liquor. Once she figures out her formula,
Yeah.
it's kind of dummy proof. Like when I watch Poor Minds, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know exactly what they're gonna do. I know exactly what I'm getting,
Yeah.
and I'm not mad at it. It's Poor Minds.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't even like their shit, but it's
You know the
it's
product,
a formula.
You know the product they put together.
Have
and
you
I'm good.
ever cheated on your boyfriend with a nigga that's not black? Like that
Yeah.
those type of questions.
Yep, for sure.
Cool.
Right.
And that's what I expect for
From
to
this.
happen.
And that
you
never
know.
ends. It's like game night every time I
Tuah.
go to your podcast.
Exactly.
Nigga, I didn't invent none of these games. I went on Amazon and I ordered a new board game for all of us to play
Right.
every Friday night.
Right.
That's it. It's just people get entered, and bruh, none of these people are important. Especially like none of these people have. Most of them haven't done shit. Like the podcasts are popping because we like these people. They don't even be having informed decisions. This nigga Joe Rogan's not an expert in fucking anything. We just like this nigga a lot.
He's
Yeah.
different
Just-
though. It's not.
people
He-
just like him.
he has a skill.
None of these people have skill.
Yeah.
Joe Budden was like a big rapper, or he was an acclaimed rapper. Shit had really nothing to do with. It might have helped his podcasting, but niggas like his opinions. And niggas like when he talks about shit.
Because he
But
was
he has
also
opinions.
doing that for.
But I'm gonna be honest, that helps a lot though.
He has
It
opinions.
does
because
help.
it's like
It does help.
he was a player in the game,
Yeah.
and now he's like looking at it from a third person perspective.
But
So
it's-
it's a lot
Think
easier to
about
talk about
most.
hip hop
But
But
topics.
think about
anomaly
most
in
of these
itself.
people though. Like in terms of just talking and enjoying their opinion, they don't have no fucking accolades for shit. We just like these people.
But
Oh, yeah.
part of
And
your
most
opinions and
people-
what you do is like part of your likability. Like part of what you know, part of how good you are at something, part of all those things is part of your likability. We like Joe Budden because he has compelling things and he says things that people don't say, and he's fucking crazy about it. Like
Because
he's good at it. Like there's
Right.
skill to
Also-
that. So that's part of the likability.
But it's also within the context of like hip hop and rap. Because I've never heard
Exactly,
of
exactly. It's in that specific
anything
category.
regarding world or geopolitics that Joe Budden said, and I was like,
They
damn,
actually,
that's good.
they actually
Fair.
tell him.
But-
They actually tell him to shut up.
But
Fair.
in most
Yeah.
cases, when it's hip hop, oh yeah, Joe Budden's the guy to go to.
That's
Which
it, for sure.
everybody
Yeah.
has their niche that they should stick. Well,
But
not
I-
should stick to, but you know,
Even being able
where
to
where they have
disagree-
their strengths.
exactly
Their strength. No, yeah,
because he played that game.
Okay, but even somebody like Charlemagne, this nigga didn't master any like music, stand-up comedy, no nothing. He was just a radio nigga. He mastered how to talk about each subject the best and in his style. That's it.
That's a skill.
But he's not he's not a master of any of these skills predisposed to this.
But how
You know?
long was he doing it before he
Predisposed-
got there?
Yeah, but like being a commentator, a personality on there, that's a skill.
That takes a while.
It
That takes a
is
long
not
time.
But
enough.
they're not a master in a specific subject though.
AJ, it took you 6 years to be as good as you are today.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and without that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna have to run.
real
She
quick,
has-
Lauren.
She has to get good.
A legendary hip hop
She has to
radio
get-
host.
she has to get good.
You're not a master in the skill of rap,
Yeah.
but when it comes to being like a historian or just like knowing the culture,
Knowledgeable, yeah.
and
Yeah.
being able to expound upon it, that is a level of expertise.
Yeah.
Not to where it's like you're a skilled lyricist, but like if you've been paying attention to the culture, you're a journalist.
But
in
most
hip-hop.
of these people that we're talking about,
You got
especially in
hip-hop.
podcasting, they're not just sticking to that one topic. Niggas are talking about everything.
yeah.
And
True.
we buy in off of one thing
True.
that we like that they do the best.
True.
and we enjoy everything else outside of
It's
that.
literally, and sometimes you have like your outliers. Like sometimes if Candace Owens want to talk about a sexy red, that'll get some views, even though that's
Right.
not her shit. But
Most people's buy-in is I like Hot Tuah. That moment resonated with me and my homegirls. We had 45 memes 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she just been our homegirl. Now she's married. She's doing the regular white life. She's got 3 white kids with a husband. Nigga, we just like this bitch. Like, it's just what
Like,
these niggas don't
do you-
have to
can
have.
you
And it depends
Imagine.
on the media coverage
It's a-
too. Like
yeah.
the other media people talking
It's
about it.
how are you packaging this
But
shit?
how you
the
package
like,
it.
the like is just the buy-in though. There has to be
The like
something that's
is-
making you stay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it could be a flash
There's
in the pan.
plenty of niggas.
The likeness.
There's plenty of YouTube channels
could be a
that
flash in the
you
pan.
like, but you only have so much time in the day. So they really have to work for your attention.
Yes.
Do you like? How many people do you think you're subscribed to on YouTube? Probably billions.
Yeah, fucking a shit ton.
How many
Yeah.
of those videos are you watching?
Exactly.
I mean, not
You-
all of them, but a lot
exactly,
Of
and you like
Most of them
all
not.
of them niggas enough to subscribe. At
Right,
least to
right,
subscribe.
right,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Like is the buy-in, but sometimes when you get there, you watching it, you like, I could watch this like every 3 days instead of
Yeah.
every 2, and then it just starts to slowly dwindle down. But like, I don't know. I think she doesn't have a real talent or skill
We have to find that out.
yet.
Yes.
And you're right, but like we've yet to be shown that.
We got to find it out.
And
Yeah, we
that's
gotta
the
see.
thing.
She
like,
strikes you as being a funny person,
She might
or
be.
like a smart
I think,
person.
I think she's goofy. I will say the whole
Goofy. Are we laughing at her, or are we laughing at things she's creating?
Well, that part doesn't matter.
I think the one thing it doesn't matter. I think she's very pleasant. She's
and
a
that's the
pleasant little
thing.
white girl.
If she
That's it.
doesn't,
That's
you
as
don't
deep as
have
it goes.
Pleasant. I feel like pleasant is a word you use when you're trying to be polite about not liking something.
No, that's not true, bro.
Pleasant. When's the last time you called anything
nothing,
pleasant?
Bro, I don't have nothing bad to say. I can't.
It's
I
one
can't
of those
I think
things-
she's just likable as fuck. That's it.
it's one of those like.
I think Bobby Altoff is less likable than her.
We used to like Lil Terrio. We used to love that nigga.
But that was all laughing at them.
He also didn't have management behind him like that.
yeah, she's
I
fucking
mean, I don't know.
good.
Lil Terrio had trainers behind him. Nigga, he lost mad weight. He had a team or something.
Yeah, but it's weird now because now he's like mute. He never really talked back then, so now he's an adult.
And he's healthy.
It's just weird.
He's
Yeah,
not even fat
it's
anymore.
weird.
And he realized that moment that he had was just a moment, and it should have stayed like that. And
But-
like trying to pimp out
He
a
ain't
whole.
been on no-
But
he ain't been on no
context.
run like
But
this
you're
either.
the nigga you
It
brought
also
up.
wasn't set up back then. Like it was
And-
podcasting, but like just to like, just go on a tour like
And the
that.
nigga you brought up is like it's completely different.
I
Like
thought
you
it was
just,
funny,
you
nigga.
just, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I get the
he
lane,
was,
though.
Yeah.
he was famous for being fat. She's famous for like
being
talk-
allegedly being
talk-
good at
for
sucking
talking.
some.
But it's talking.
I guess the
the base
saving
level
grace-
is just talking.
The saving grace for me.
and kind of funny.
Yeah. The saving grace
Well,
for
I
me
don't
is the
know,
fact
man.
that
That was the big thing.
the management people did see something in it, so that does say something. Like if you have a good management team of
Attention.
people
I
who,
see 25 million in 5
yeah,
years.
if they see something, then there's a potential there for something
Holly-
for work.
A Hollywood nigga would manage a car wreck if it was really profitable.
Not
It
goddamn
would happen.
right.
It doesn't matter. It's just got attention on.
But not the
Yeah,
right
yeah.
ones. Not the right ones. The right ones will leave the flash in the pan alone. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a good person behind you, a lot of
real
times it's because
flash in
they
the
see
pan,
something.
they're gonna dip.
Yeah.
A real flash in the pan, only the hood manager will pick you up.
Exactly.
This seems like a
I
forever
feel like
play.
hood managers believe in flashes in the pans like that Jay-Z.
They do.
They
They,
do,
definitely
yeah.
do.
That's what
they
I'm
definitely
saying.
do. He doesn't look like he's making ill-informed bets.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
don't know,
saying?
nothing's ill-informed. I just think that like she.
That nigga also looked like he was like over 100 years old, like on some vampire shit.
Yeah,
Why you
nah.
think that is? You think it's because he's just been a kind
The
guy?
lizard people they've been talking about.
He's
He
just
had
been
that
nice.
vibe. He had that vibe
have
to
the,
him.
the way he looked did have
You
that
see,
vibe.
you know what I
That
mean?
vibe.
Yeah, he had that vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And he knows something. There's some secrets.
He knows something.
He's a real
I feel
white.
like he could convince you to write an album right now.
Yeah, something. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Nah, man. Hey,
Talk to her.
We always, I feel like we
Artois.
always end up staying on this topic longer than you would think.
Of whites.
No, her specifically, because this happened last time.
Oh yeah. Oh well, let's stay on
Somebody
the
conflicting
let's stay on the whites.